Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be fixing this Arctic Cat 400. I don't know what year it is. I got to figure out how to tell the year. Vehicle model, that's displaying code. I don't know, but it says it right there. That's a 400cc. So, yeah. Still don't know what year it is though. That's all I know. Unless this has something to do with a year. Well, I don't know. But in this video I'm going to be replacing the top end on it. So I got these new parts for it. These are the rings, gaskets, and then that's the cylinder wall. So now that I know that I got all of that, let's put it all in the box. I got the whole entire jug for it, which is not this, but from this black gasket and down is what's brand new. So first things first, what you gotta do is take the carburetor off. But I already got that off, and like any gas tanks or plastic or anything in the way, it's already off when I have it. But after that, when you get to the engine, you gotta take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 10mm bolts out. And not every four-wheeler, but also gotta take these valve cover kind of like little window things, and there's gonna be a bolt inside them, so it could be 10 or 12 10mm bolts. But after that, take all of that off, that out of the way, and then you get the cam, which is only held in by these two bolts. You take those two bolts off, take these two bolts off, which will be laying here. And then you can kind of, can't really see it, but see it right there. You take these two off, and then there's a indent right here that you push onto it, so it lowers it down, and you can get the timing chain off. Whenever you get timing chain off, make sure you have something to hold it. Usually for these little things, I just take them and put them. Sorry, I just put it right there. And then after that, what you do is get a 14mm, like a ratchet. That's all you need. And then go over here and just take it off. It'll be tight, but I've already untightened them. Forgot to record that part. And after that, take that off. Then look on the side right there. It'll be a nut. And I think there's one on that side too. And then take the two 10mm bolts out of the exhaust, which I still got to do. Then get the exhaust out of the way. After you take these 14mm, take that off. Take the timing chain guide piece out. The second one, don't worry about until you get this valves out. And that's pretty much it for that part. And then after you get, well, I gotta take this off. Let me take the exhaust off, which is right there. Those two 10mm bolts. And after that, the exhaust will be right off. And the muffler would be back here. It just really technically slides off. Well, you see, I ain't got no muffler on here. The muffler is over there. And you see, it's about the same size as my motorcycle that I traded for. So now I got a motorcycle. And of course, the cat's back here again. I don't know exactly cat she is. So she's kind of a tiger one. Forgot the name of it. But she's such a good cat. She follows me everywhere. And when I'm working outside, she'll be here with me. And you don't have to take the pull start off, but it's better to take the pull start off and take this little window piece out when you put it together. Because taking it off, you don't got to worry about being top dead center because everything's coming off. When you put it back together, make sure to take this little kind of window piece out so then you can make sure you see that T for top dead center. And make sure to line everything else up. And then after that, I got to put everything else back in, which I'll probably make a separate video of that if anybody wants it. But I mean, if I get more people subscribing and asking for certain kind of videos that I can make a video of, I don't mind. But let me get everything off. Oh, and make sure to take the spark plug out. That's what I forgot to say. Now let me get everything out, so then I can show you the top of the piston, which it is a new piston. It's just the cylinder wall is what's bad. But either way, I still got another new piston. So I'll just put everything new. New piston, new rings, new cylinder wall. It has like new brake pads and all kinds of stuff for it. It's not my four-wheeler, it's someone else's. It'll be mine soon because he wants another one of my four-wheelers. So he wants to trade. Yeah, so I got all these parts. Oh, guess my phone's dying. Shoot. Okay, got everything off because it's so dark. But you want to take these bolts out and make sure to get the washer with it. I'll just put it right there. Because every bolt has a washer on it. They're not always easy to get. We gotta always make sure to take that off. So now I got everything off. The exhaust, the forehead bolts, the two little, not really little, but the two nuts that goes underneath, which kind of looks like this. So now it should be free. Come right off. But now what you do next is hold the timing chain, take it off, stick something underneath it so the timing chain don't fall in the engine, because when it does, it is hard to get out. And when I say fall in the engine, I mean all the way down past the piston and everything. Yeah, those are hard to get out. But now what you want to do is hold the timing chain, pull this part of the head off, and then you can actually get to the piston. And can't really show it too much because I gotta use both of my hands, and I can't put my phone down anywhere because I ain't got no like phone mount to put it. Would have been nice if I did. I'm gonna try to find something like that. Okay, so now that it's basically out of the way, all you gotta do is just lift it up and just slide it right out. Cause on the back it has those two studs that stick out. You know, where the nuts go to. Oh shoot, I'm tripping over kitty. Now I really need to go find a flashlight. But There's one gasket. I mean, yeah, it's still in good condition, but has lots of oil inside of it, so it's not that best. And for the second gasket, I have to take it out of the chain, stick the ratchet back in the chain, get it out, and it ain't too good. Put the engine at. Put the engine at like top dead center. Oh, that's right, the timing chain. Can't really see it. Let me go find a little. Okay, that's much better now. You can actually see the piston and see it's still perfectly fine, which is gray. But I gotta take that out. I mean, I'll just put everything new. There's no point of really using that. I can always use it on another four-wheeler if I ever get another one of these. But what you do is, I still can't see it. There's two 10mm bolts right there. One right there, one right there. Oh, it's just the two cats. Hey, what are you doing? No, don't be chasing the cats. Oh, jeez. That dog. Yeah, I still don't know where that dog came from. But I mean, basically adopted it and now it's ours. Plays around with our dogs and it's fine. But now I'm going to take those two 10mm bolts off, or nuts off. And then the whole cylinder wall will come right out. You can just see the piston. Oh, and since now that that's off, take the timing chain guide out. Both of these are fine. But either way, make sure to not drop. Lift it up. Make sure to not drop that timing chain inside there. But if you do, they're a pain to get out. And after you get those two 10mm bolts off and take the cylinder wall out, then you can take the whole entire piston off, which I will show after I take those off. Okay, now I got the cylinder wall off. Put it over here. And I mean, it looks alright, but it's not, because what had happened, he was using the tool to hone it out and honed it out too much. So I put the brand new piston on it, which is I think it was what is it? There it is. A Namura? I don't even know how to spell that name, but this is what he has on. They're a pretty good piston. Never used it before, but I mean they look nice. It tried as hard as it can, but it got only up to 30 psi for compression because he honed it out too much. And I made sure everything was on right, because just because I flipped the two top rings over, then it had no compression. So then after I put everything else right, it still did not have enough. I mean, if I can't find the stuff to take it off, I'll just use this piston. It's fine. I just to see how well that piston works. And then take this gasket off. This gasket ain't no good anyways. It's all split and everything. I gotta take the ratchet out of it. But I mean, after that, it's off now. And to put it back together is just put the cylinder wall in, and those two 10 millimeter nuts. Just make sure to kind of squeeze the piston rings to just slide it on, because it has, show you right there, has the angle piece right there, so it can actually just slide right on. But now I'm gonna go put the brand new cylinder wall on. I'll just keep that piston on there just because it's already on there and I don't feel like taking it off at this time. And put everything else on there, because I mean it's brand new. And then see how well it runs and make sure to line the timing up, which I'll still show in this video how to do it. Also, one more thing is you want to test your ring gaps. Make sure what you do is just take the new piston, kind of push it down a little bit, and right there, it looks like it basically has no gap, but it does have a gap. You can use a filler gauge and test out the gap. You want to do that on both. I take the second one. Like that, and you just, I mean, it's hard to do with one hand. There we go. Do the same thing again. Use the piston, push it down, and right there. Right there is that gap. It's either nice and small. So everything's perfect here. And just for the fun of it, test the gap on these. I mean, it has a nice gap, which is slightly bigger. But because everything is brand new piston and everything, that's never been spun over in the motor. This one has.